Hello students, I am Kirti Bhosle, Assistant Professor, N.M. Navale Singhad College of Engineering, Solapur, working in Department of Civil Engineering, and I am dealing with Structural Mechanics 3 subject, which is Analysis of Indeterminate Structures. Okay, so now our today's topic is Stiffness Matrix Method for Frames Part 2. Okay, so we have covered earlier 2 examples and then this is third example. Okay, step 1 is degree of kinematic indeterminacy. Okay, so degree of kinematic indeterminacy, it is 3. Yes, how it is? Degrees of freedom 3, degrees of freedom 3 into number of joints 4 minus total support reaction 6, therefore 6, and neglecting the delta by and delta cy. Okay, so total will be 3 and considering delta bx delta cx equal to delta, therefore delta theta b and theta c are the degree unknown displacements. Okay, so step 2, yes, step 2 is to generate p matrix. So now here you can see our first coordinate is delta, then second coordinate is theta b, and third coordinate is theta c. Okay, so what is p matrix? P matrix is nothing but the corresponding action. Okay, corresponding action to this coordinates. Okay, so first is delta in horizontal direction, translation in horizontal direction, therefore force in horizontal direction will be p1. Then theta b, second redundant is theta b, therefore moment at b will be p2. Then theta c is third coordinate, therefore moment at c will be p3. Okay, so this will be the p matrix. So as there is no force in horizontal direction, p1 is 0, then p2 is due to UDL minus WL square by 12 and p3 plus WL square by 12. So we have generated p matrix 0 minus 160 plus 160. Go to step 3 to generate stiffness matrix. So part A, J is equal to 1. Okay, first redundant is delta, therefore apply force in horizontal direction to produce delta is equal to 1. Again considering free body diagram of column AB, free body diagram of column CD. Okay, so moment due to this way, yes, due to this delta is equal to 1, moment will get produced minus 6CI delta by L square minus 6CI delta by L square, and due to this we require R1 towards right side. Okay, so column AB, considering column AB, summation MA equal to 0. So R1 into 4 minus 6CI delta by L square minus 6CI delta by L square equal to 0, and you will get value of R1. Okay, now again considering free body diagram of column CD, delta for causing sway delta equal to 1, moment introduced minus 6CI delta by L square, minus 6CI delta by L square, and yes, both the values are anti-clockwise, therefore minus, and due to this we require R2 towards right. Okay, so by considering free body diagram of column CD, yes, you will get summation MD equal to 0 and respective value of R2. So S11 is nothing but horizontal force in x direction, it is R1 plus R2. Okay, then S21 and S31 will be, yes, S21 and S31 will be moment at B and moment at C, because theta B and theta C are the second and third unknown. Okay, so therefore 6CI delta by L square, 6CI by delta L square, of course minus value. Okay, so S21 is equal to minus 6CI by L square minus 6CI by L square. Okay, so 3 elements we have derived. Then go to part B. Now part B means J is equal to 2. Okay, so our second redundant is theta B, therefore apply clockwise moment at B to produce theta B equal to 1. So apply this moment clockwise to AB, moment clockwise to BC, S to 2, okay, L and R, and moment at C will be S3 2. first we will find out S22 4EI by L plus 4EI by L, and S32 is equal to half of S22R. Okay, and now we have to find out value of S12. So we have to again consider free body diagram of column AB. Yes, this moment we have applied, it is EI, 6EI by 4EI by 4 means it will become EI, then it will get transferred to end A 0.5 EI, and due to this considering reaction R3 towards left. Okay, so summation MA equal to 0 will give you value of R3, but we are considering delta in right direction, therefore S12 shall be minus of R3, S12 equal to minus of R3. Then go to part C. Our third redundant is theta C, therefore apply clockwise moment at C to produce theta C equal to 1 and theta B equal to 0. And now you can always find out this value. Yes, moment S33L yes, clockwise. Okay, S33L, S33R, S23, and again on similar lines S13. Okay, so you will get value of S33 first and then S23, and then summation MD equal to 0 by considering the free body diagram of column CD, you will get value of R4 and subsequently S13. Okay, therefore we have got the stiffness matrix, and again in step 4 you can use stiffness equation and find out 3 unknowns, delta, theta B and theta C. Okay, now again find final end moments. In column AB and CD we have to consider moment due to sway, and this term will get added minus 3 delta by L square. Okay, therefore you have found out MAB and MBA, and then BC and CB. Here we need not, this is beam portion, therefore need not have to consider sway moment. Okay, then go to MCD and MDC, consider sway moment and find out the final moment values. Okay, then plot these values on your FBD, and subsequently you can draw the free body bending moment diagram. Okay, now here we have found out this ordinate as, yes, this is a trapezoid again. So this at the center we want this ordinate at the center, therefore taking average, and you can get this accordingly, you can get this ordinate. Okay, so this is the final bending moment diagram. Go to example 4. Okay, now DKI again, DKI will be, yes, 3 degrees of freedom 3 into number of joints 4 minus support reaction 6. Okay, so 6 will be, yes, 6 will be theta B, theta C, delta BX, delta CX, delta BY, delta CY, but neglecting these two and considering these two values which is equal to delta, therefore first redundant will be delta, then theta B and theta C. So this will be our 3 unknowns. Now step 2, to generate P matrix. Okay, again to generate P matrix, yes, first redundant is delta, therefore horizontal force in x direction is P1. Okay, second redundant is theta B, therefore moment at B will be due to this UDL will be P2, and theta C is third redundant, therefore moment at C due to this UDL will be having value of P3. Okay, so in this way we have derived these 3 values. P1 is plus 50, force is there present, external load. My P2 is minus WL square by 12, P3 is plus WL square by 12. So P matrix is generated. Then in step 3, stiffness matrix, again in part A, J is equal to 1, our first coordinate is delta is equal to 1. So again considering free body diagram of column AB and column CD, you can always find out R1 and R2. Okay, and you will get value of R1, R2 by taking summation ma equal to 0 and summation md equal to 0, S11 is equal to R1 plus R2, S21 is moment at B and S31 is moment at C. Yes, you can see here moment at B, moment at C, S21 and S31. Okay, now go to part B. Our second redundant is theta B. Therefore, apply clockwise moment at B to produce theta B equal to 1 and theta C equal to 0. Again, clockwise J is 2 here. Okay, therefore S22L, S22R, and this will be value of S32. And again, considering free body diagram of column AB, you can always find out this R3 value, and which will be minus S12. Okay, now yes, you have got first value of S22, then S32, and by taking in consideration free body diagram of column, yes, you have got value of S12. Then go to part C. Our third redundant is theta C. Therefore, apply clockwise moment at C to produce theta C equal to 1 and theta B equal to 0. J is equal to 3 being part third. Okay. So, this will be clockwise moment S33L, S33R, S23 moment at B, and S33 yes, this will be R4. Okay. Now, first you will get value of S33 as S33L plus S33R, then 23, then summation MD equal to 0, R4, and you will get value of S13 as minus R4. Okay, so you have derived here stiffness matrix. Again, by using stiffness equation, you will get 3 redundants, delta, theta B and theta C. Okay, now you will have last but one step, that is to find final moments. Okay, for column AB and BA, yes, you will have to consider moment due to sway by using standard slope deflection equation, you will get value of MAB and MBA. Similarly, MBC and MCB and MCD and MDC. Okay, transfer these values on your free body diagram and you can draw bending moment diagram using these 3 directions: hogging positive, hogging negative, sagging positive, and accordingly you can now also calculate these ordinates as explained in earlier examples. Okay, so this is final bending moment diagram. Then go to example 5. Yes, here you can see, yes, AB is first column, CD is second column, and column height is different, sway frame, eccentric point, the horizontal point load is also there. And one more thing, yes, this is overhang CE, and one point load is there 10 kilonewton, and yes, this distance CE is 1.5 meter. Okay, so this is the difference in this example. Again, you know it know very well that delta is equal, dki is equal to 6, and after neglecting axial deformation and delta b is delta cx as taking as delta, you will get 3 dki delta theta b and theta c. Okay, now generate P matrix. For that purpose, we have to first find out MFAB, central point load on column AB, therefore minus PL by 8, MFBA plus PL by 8, MFBC due to UDL minus WL square by 12 plus WL square by 12, and there is no loading on column CD, therefore 0. Okay, and now yes, we will see what will be the value of P1 just after this. Okay, now what is P2 and P3? Yes, you can see here in your loading diagram. Yes, theta B second redundant, and it will moment at B will be having P2 value. So due to these two external load, we have MBA and MBC. Okay, so algebraic sum of MBA and MBC will be having value of P2. Okay, and algebraic value and again at C, yes, at C what will be the value of P3, that is moment at C. So this value due to UDL it is plus WH square by 12, that is MFCB, and plus moment due to this overhang clockwise, therefore 10 plus 10 into 1.5, this will be getting added. Okay, so this, so you can see here, yes, P2 algebraic sum and P3 this MFCB and moment due to this overhanging point load. Okay, so you know this, now you have known these two values from where it came. Okay, now what about value of P1? Okay, so we will see. Yes, in consider free body diagram of column AB and column CD. One point load is there. Okay, and MFAB is minus 30 and MFBA is plus 30. Okay, so I am considering reaction V1 at B and reaction V2 at C. Okay, so considering first column AB, summation MA equal to 0. Yes, VA into 4 plus 60 into 2 plus these two moments plus 30 minus 30 equal to 0. Therefore, V1 equal to minus 30. And then go to column CD. Summation moment D equal to 0. But there is no any load or moment. Therefore, V2 is equal to 0. Therefore, P1 will be value of V1 plus V2, which is minus 30. So, in this way, we have derived P1, P2 and P3. P matrix we have generated. Okay. Now, next step is generation of stiffness matrix. Part A, delta. First redundant is delta. Therefore, apply force in horizontal direction to produce delta is equal to 1. And on similar lines, you can always now find out R1 and R2. Yes, J is equal to 1. Therefore, S11 will be R1 plus R2. Then S21 will be this moment and S31 will be this moment, minus 6ER delta by S square minus 6ER delta by A square, putting the respective values. Okay. Now take part B. Yes, and J is equal to 2. Second redundant is theta B. Therefore, apply moment at B to produce theta B equal to 1 and theta C equal to 0. Therefore, moment at B will be S22, moment at C will be S32. Again, considering free body diagram of column AB, you will get value of S12. Means first you will get value of R3 and S12 is minus R3. Okay. Now go to part C. Yes, again J is equal to 3. Third redundant is theta C. Therefore, apply clockwise moment at C to produce theta C equal to 1. Another displacement delta theta B is equal to 0. Okay. So accordingly, moment at C will be S33, moment at B will be S23. By considering again column CD, you will get value of R4 and then S13 equal to minus R4. Okay. So now in this way you have derived stiffness matrix, all the 9 elements, and then use stiffness equation to find out 3 unknowns, delta, theta B and theta C. Now to find final moments, MAB is equal to MFAB. Being this column, yes, this value will get added, that is moment due to sway. Okay, so MAB is equal to MFAB plus 2I by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. Accordingly, you can find out value of MAB and MBA. Next is value of MBC, MCB using standard slope deflection equations, and then MCD and MDC taking into consideration. Yes, with this again 1 point will get added in this MCD. Yes, this moment due to sway, it is already there. What will be the expression? Just see here, MFCD plus 2EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta D minus 3 delta by L plus, yes, plus we have external overhanging point load. So moment due to this overhanging point load at C will get added in calculating final moment MCD. Therefore, plus 10 into 1.5, this plus 15 will get added. Okay, and then MDC on similar lines. Okay, So now you have got all the final moments, okay, and plot this in your on your free body diagram, and try to generate or try to plot bending moment diagram. And yes, first I will draw reference frame line, okay, and then first you draw these final moments, okay, final moments accordingly. If it is clockwise, then take it as, if it is plus, then sagging and hogging. You know it very well now, okay. Sagging, hog, what is sagging, hogging, okay. So all these values, yes, these both the values, hogging, sagging, and these two values hogging, okay. Now we have to superimpose bending moment diagram due to external load on this. So on column AB, central point load was there, therefore PL by 4, triangle bending moment diagram is triangle having a central point or having central ordinate as PL by 4, okay. And now you can find out this ordinate value easily now, okay. And on span BC, yes, UDL is acting, therefore superimpose bending moment diagram due to UDL, that is parabola with WL square by 8 as central ordinate, and find out this ordinate, okay. So you have got this bending moment diagram, okay. So here we have completed this unit. Thank you.